Try non-existent.
See, but what that tells me is that Drew's shooting was not a crime of passion. It was executed by a professional.
$1 million will be wired to the account of your choice.
What exactly do you need me to arrange?
I want Drew Kane dead tonight.
On the next General Hospital.
They couldn't get any worse. I wouldn't be too sure about that.
That's not just setting you up, that's a message.
I had to lie to the police tonight.
You think I shot Drew?
Here's to that lasted more than one day.
I don't want you hanging out with Gio anymore.
Sing in the magic of the season with CMA Country Christmas. Country music's brightest stars perform your favorite holiday songs.
Merry Christmas.
CMA Country Christmas, tonight on ABC.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here. And welcome to Soulcast, y'all. Alright, the main event. I couldn't wait to do this video right here, man, because y'all know I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts on this whole thing right here. So, first things first, I want to talk about this. Okay? Gotta clear up some things real quick. I'm getting a little bit annoyed. I'm not as annoyed with Stella as I am with Trina. I'm a little bit annoyed. Can y'all let Curtis be... Look, I'm glad Marshall was like, when he was talking to Stella, I was glad he was like, look, Curtis a grown-ass man. All right? He can go out with whoever he want to go out with. You know? Him and Portia is done. Now, I understand with Trina a little bit because, you know, she want to see her parents together, right? And she blames Jordan for them getting a divorce. But it had nothing to do with Jordan. Like, it had nothing to do with Jordan. And she doesn't still know that Portia has been with Isaiah as well. Nobody really knows except those two. And she gonna find out that that's his baby too, Isaiah's baby. But their marriage has been on the rocks for a bit now. So it didn't matter that he was with Jordan. Okay. But yeah, I'm like, bro, he a grown ass man. Let him be. Look, Curtis is going to make his own decisions, even if it affects his family a little bit. And they think it's wrong. But you got to let him do what he got to do. I love the way Marshall was with this situation, man. Marshall was right. All right, let's get on to let's crack it down at this police station with Nathan. So, I just realized something. Drew's shooting took place on September the 2nd, right? Today is December the 2nd. It's been officially 3 months since the shooting. That is crazy. Now, remember I told y'all yesterday, I think I said this in the Curtis was taken in for questioning video, I believe. I did it in that one. It had to be that one because that was the only one I was really talking about, the shooting in that one. So, I saw something yesterday on a site that had like a spoiler, but I didn't read it because I didn't want to know. I don't want to know when the day comes when the real shooter is revealed. I don't want to know who the hell it is. I want the show to tell me. When I'm watching the show, I want to find out in real time when I'm watching the show. Just like the rest of us. I don't like finding out things through spoilers and stuff. But it said on there that somebody was returning this week. I was like, is they talking about Kevin? Because I don't think he have anything to do with Drew's shooting. But it was actually Selina Wu. So when Curtis was talking to Nathan and Jordan was with him to help him out, being a former police chief, you know, she knows how the cops, you know, operate in that interrogation room. Now, Nathan said something key, right? He said something about he thinks that the shooting was done professionally. And I'm like, bro, this looks far from professional. This still looks like an amateur's work. I remember that's what when Anna was doing the case before she got kidnapped, she was saying it would look like an amateur shooting. Why is it now a professional shooting? That's not a goddamn professional shoot. And this is one of the reasons why I don't think Portia or Willow did it. They're both in the medical field, especially with Portia being a surgeon. There's no fucking way she wouldn't know where to kill Drew. If this was... So, Curtis gets some flashbacks. And it sounds like he was paying Selina to make sure Drew was going to be dead tonight. Right? He was going to pay her a good amount. If you're hiring a professional hitman, that professional hitman is going to make sure, especially if they have experience in shooting and killing people, they're going to make sure whoever needs to be dead is going to be dead. Why in the hell would Drew be left like that if Selina did the shooting? It don't make any sense. I think something's going to get revealed that either I think two things might have happened. Either something happened where she wasn't able to do it, or she didn't get there in time. Maybe she had already saw the police and she was late. Maybe it could have been that. So it's possible. But that's crazy as hell that the same night that he was set that up, right? And we're talking about the same night that somebody else beat Selina to the punch. That's crazy, right? That's a crazy sequence of events. Now, two key things that we know with this shooting so far, as one of them being evidence. Edward's gun and Kai and Trina realizing that Scout's ringtone went off. Well, Kai knew it because, Kai works for Drew. I think, this is what I think if Selina did it, right? If Selina did it, I don't think she'd be scared off by a ringtone. I think she'd make sure the dude was dead. And it's weird because if you want Drew dead that night, why not just shoot the dude in the head? You know for sure he ain't coming back alive if you just shoot him in the head. Because with organs, you got to get it in a precise spot. So that's where someone like a Portia will know where exactly where the organs are in the body. And Willow should know since she's in the medical field. So this comes down to me two things, man. I still think that this is an amateur hit. This is someone that hasn't really shot to kill before. Or this person did want Drew alive. Now, there's a theory still out there that maybe Drew set his own shooting up, which is still possible. But, see, to me, Drew is taking a huge risk. Because he will have to know whoever shot him won't kill him when they do it. Like, that's why that one never made sense to me if he set his own shooting up. Like, he will have to, this person could have accidentally shot him somewhere where he was going to die. But it seemed like to me, whoever did this, it was two things. Either they wanted Drew to stay alive, maybe to just send a message to him to scare him, or this is somebody who was scared off by Scout's ringtone. It didn't get a chance to finish the job. Which could make sense if it's an amateur. Again, what has the clear message been when it comes to Michael? If Michael did it, even Sonny knows his own son. And Michael said this he said this straight out to Dante, knowing Dante's a cop. If I did it, I would have made sure the son of a bitch was dead. Sonny said the same exact thing. And I believe that. If Michael did this, he would have made sure it was dead. But I think Michael's involved somehow, some way. I have not wavered on this since the beginning. I think Michael knows who the shooter is. I think he might be the only person in town who knows who the shooter is, besides the shooter himself. And I think he's protecting this person. This is why I believe Selina did not do it. Because of Edward's gun. So remember what I was saying to y'all about the whole Edward gun situation. Either Edward's gun was the gun that actually shot him, or Edward's gun was the plant gun that was found at Liz's place to frame Willow. This is why I think the original thought process that Anna had. See, with Anna not being on the case now, it's kind of put things out of whack right now. Because I think Anna was probably the closest one to kind of putting the pieces to the puzzle together. She originally said that she thought a Quartermain did it, and they should have kept with that. Because I'm really starting to think a Quartermain did it. I really think a Quartermain did it. Especially if Edward's gun was the one that was involved. Because it don't make any sense for Curtis or Selina to be using Edward's gun. Why would Curtis... First of all, Selina would have to go all the way to the Quartermains to get that gun. Would Curtis have been that specific to make sure... Why would he do that and he's in cahoots with Michael? He knows that Michael's going to be the one that they're going to look at. So he's going to set up his own... I mean, look. That just don't make any sense. That part don't make any sense to me. That's why I really don't believe this one. Look, I could believe that he would definitely want to pay Selina to do it. I just think something happened with the whole Selina situation where either she couldn't do it or she didn't get there in time to do it. That's what I think happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Selina saying no to it. The offer. You know. But I just don't see her actually being the one that actually pulled the trigger. It don't make sense. And then back to Willow. You can understand even more after the night how much Willow pretty much told you in yesterday's episode too that she didn't do it because she is under the impression that she needs Drew. She needs to be married to Drew to get the kids back, even though that ain't gonna work. Martin already told Alexis that, but Drew ain't listening. And we know that Willow is kind of brainwashed by Drew. She's going to believe whatever Drew says. So why would she kill the man that's supposed to help her get her kids back? She's all about getting her kids back. So it don't make any sense why she would just randomly shoot Drew. Now, y'all been running with this blackout theory because she supposedly blacked out with the whole Daisy situation. I don't think that bitch blacked out. How you gonna black out 3 different times? Because remember, she switched them at the hospital. And wasn't she with Daisy like 3 different occasions? At the house, was it 2 occasions or 3? It don't matter. That's more than once. That's more than once. So the blackout theory, I think it's a good theory. I think it's bullshit because if we equate it, so Willow's just getting these random ass blackouts. Come on now. Nah, I ain't going for that one. That's a straight that's a red herring kind of. I've seen that actually done in Whodunits too. The whole blackout theory. I think they did it in a Columbo case. It was like one of those shows like Columbo or whatever. Or Perry Mason. It was one of those shows, man. Where I remember watching one of those mysteries where it was like a blackout thing. And it was like a red herring situation. And it wasn't the person who was blacking out. I think this is the same thing here. I'm not going for it. So where I'm at with this right now. Make sure y'all go back and watch my Emily video. I just released that one on Sunday, by the way. It's a 4-hour video, but I start talking around 3 hours into it. So the first 3 hours is a whole bunch of clips of Emily's history. I did that for the people who don't really know too much about Emily. Or just some of y'all to go back down memory lane with her character. But I did that so y'all got a better understanding of why I think someone like a Emily would come back from the dead and shoot him. And that's where it being a Quartermain makes a lot of sense. So, y'all got to go back and watch. I just got to tell you, y'all got to go back and watch that Emily video if you haven't already seen it, bro. But, and then I think Sam is involved too. I think it could be Sam. So, it really feels like it's someone from being brought back from the dead. I'm really starting to believe that more and more. But I still got Scout up there. I got Scout up there as well. Danny's in the picture too. Because we don't know if Danny went back home either. Because remember the when they had found Judge Herring's body, him and Rocco, the cop was going to take him back home, right? But do we know where Danny was at the rest of the night? And remember, Scout already came home before. And then they said that Scout was with Charlotte and they escaped. See, and I did those 2 videos back in October, so y'all can go back and check those videos out too. Look, man, things ain't adding up, bro. Things ain't adding up, man. Things are not adding up at all. Things are not adding up. It could very well just be someone as simple as Sidwell. But I've been really thinking Brennan too. Brennan's been really weird, especially lately. I think it could have been Brennan's work too. That's why some of y'all was getting off that whole Carlette theory. I think Carlette was the one that maybe killed Judge Herring. But I think some of y'all shouldn't have wavered on that just yet. Because I think that's still in play. Now, if Faison's alive... And the other thing, how about this one? This will get y'all too. This will get y'all too. The man doing the questioning. Do we know much about Nathan, man? I'm telling you, like, Nathan could be doing this to kind of veer people off. This might have been Nathan's doing. I'm telling you, man, it's a lot going on here. It's still a lot. It's a lot of puzzles to put to the piece, bro. It's still a lot going on. But the only thing that I'm gonna tell y'all right now is 3 things for me where I'm going with everything. It's 3 things for me. Number 1, gotta pay attention to the evidence, bro. Edward's gun, Scout's ringtone, follow that through the whole entire way. Always remember that. Remember that Trina and Kai was there. That's how we found out about the ringtone. Last thing, Michael knows something. Michael knows something. We still got to figure out who planted the gun, too. If it wasn't Willow, right? But I still don't think Willow would have been dumb enough to hide that gun in her Liz's place for a whole month, bro. Look, Willow's dumb, but she ain't that dumb. She ain't that damn dumb to leave it in her place. That's why that's why I'm telling y'all she didn't do it. She didn't do it. But Michael knows who did, though. I'm telling you, Michael knows who did it. That boy, you know, here's the thing about Michael, man. He got a strong poker face, bro. He won't let it. But here's the thing, though. Why he's got a strong poker face, I can always, the eyes never lie. And when I see that boy, whenever this stuff is brought up, it look like he protecting somebody, bro. He protecting somebody. He protecting somebody, bro. See, I think Drew Shooter is closer than what people think. It's closer than what people think. It's closer than what people think. It's closer to what people think, bro. But y'all give me your thoughts. This is a long one. I think the Selina situation is an interesting one. It's an interesting one. We still got to just, watch the episodes and go episode by episode with it. You never know. Today very well might be the day that they just reveal his shooter. You never know. But I put it together for y'all that, nah, no way. No way. But make sure I'm gonna have it on the end screen for y'all. Go back to the Emily video if you haven't seen it and listen to that video. But this was a good one too. I'm gonna definitely refer y'all to this video as much as I can because we went over a lot. We went over a lot in this one. But go ahead and give me your thoughts on this one. Give this video a like, share, subscribe. See y'all tomorrow, man. Thank y'all for watching. So, Caps, y'all.